Hello everyone. How are you all? And today we are back again with our Two Cents Guideline podcast. It is the podcast number two, and today we're going to talk about as we said before, we're going to talk about the documents what you really want to apply for your uh, master's, bachelor, or PhD. Okay, and we're really sorry today we're missing one of our like best brother, best colleague, Munna. He's missing because he has appointment tomorrow. So yeah, that's the main problem. But yeah, no worries. We two-person here, and we are. I think you're gonna stay with us, and we're going to talk about so many things. Okay, so please stay with us and listen or watching the whole podcast. You will get to know so many information regarding your documents, what you need to collect before you submit your whole document to the university. So okay, Abdur, how are you?
Fine. How are you, Naim? Hope you're
I'm good
fine.
so far. Yes, Alhamdulillah, good.
Nice to meet you again.
Yeah. So also nice to meet you, our audience again. Okay. So
Nice.
last video was it was quite good. Have you seen our last video, Abdul, in the YouTube?
Yes, yes. I was there also.
It was, yeah, it's going good so far. Like audience is getting attached, and I hope so. Like end of this month or end of this year, we'll get a at least a little amount of audience who are going to listen to us
I
every.
hope. I hope
Yeah,
also.
I hope so. I'm really like how do you say, really hopeful, you know.
For
So,
sure.
what I was planning to talk about today, and also like we're all discussing our last video about the documents. If somebody's planning to coming to Portugal, if especially Portugal and also like Europe, any other country, what do you think like for the masters? What type of documents they actually really want, or the bachelor or the PhD? So I think it's much better if you're gonna say about the PhD, and I will say about the bachelor and masters. Because as
Okay,
I'm
okay.
still in the bachelor.
Yeah. Actually, there are two types of documents. Now we are talking about the documents that you
For the
need to
university,
for
for the
university.
visa, we're
Yes.
gonna talk about the next
For
next
the
part.
video, yes, yes.
Summary, yes.
Actually, for university, for me, when I came here, I need to go to postgraduate office in order to show my documents. Actually, my documents I submitted them by website before, and once accepted for my PhD position here, they told me to come to postgraduate office in order to check my original documents. And the documents was um, my research plan. What is the subject that I will study? What is my PhD will be about? My master certificate. This is
Mhm.
actually one of the most important certificate, and it's totally open. For example, if you have one document that is missing and you need time to bring it, it's okay, no worries. So you need for sure your master certificate, your grade degrees, your grade about the subject that you already studied during your master or your undergraduate. What is the degrees that you already get it? And also for me, CV is not that much important. CV is something for your professor, but for the PhD itself, no. They ask about language certificate if you have or not.
Sorry,
Um,
sorry, Abdur, the previous like few minutes maybe discard. Could you please say again, maybe for the internet connection?
Excuse me, you want me to log out and log in again?
No, 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 no. I said like previous few minutes, maybe this didn't. We couldn't hear you. You were stuck. So you were talking
Ah,
about the language certificate or something.
yes, yes. Actually, what you need is that the most important and the most legal you can say document is that you need your master certificate, and you need a proof about the grades that you already have had before in your master studies and or your bachelor studies. And sometimes they ask about language certificate, but most of the time I noticed that now they don't focus too well about it. And you need also document that speaks about your research plan, what your PhD will be about. So what you need to bring from your country is just your master certificate and your grades about your bachelor. That's it, no more.
Okay, so if I sum up in a like short way, a person he need a bachelor degree, he needs his master's degree,
Yes,
and then he needs his research plan, what he really want to do, the research plan, and
yes,
and also like for his the proposal SOP, like statement of a purpose, Okay, these four things, and lastly, what if he has a language certificate? It's like it's not matter for the PhD because if your course is like medium of instruction is in English, they don't bother about your language certification
Of
or the
course, yes.
requirement, I think.
But just to know also about the proposal and the research plan. Most of the time you arrange this with your professor
Hmm.
because you suppose that you are communicating or contacting with a professor when you was in your country. And once you came here, before coming to here, you are communicating, contacting with him. In that case, you are preparing your documents and your research plan with him. So once you came here, everything is already managed regarding research plan.
Ah, okay, interesting, interesting.
Yeah, most of the time it's like that. Because once you came here, your professor will guide you, and he will guide you based on a research plan that you and him are agreed about it. And
Uh,
if you are trying to propose something that your professor may say, but this is not make sense, what will happen at that time? You will get lost. That's
yeah,
why you need a supervision, actually, supervisor.
so like before you need to make your mind, because over here after coming on after reaching in some country and you already agreed about this PhD, now if you're proposing different things, it's really collusion something, you know.
That's why I selected subject first for my case.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah, by the way, we have already those two people are really watching this video for the first time. We also made another video before, like how you can choose your university subjects and these sort of things. So please watch that previous video, then you will understand how you can choose your country, your subjects, and the country and the university. So this is like this podcast series is like a bigger series. We're going to talk about every day. Every week in a different topics regarding what you actually need to do, like from A to Z, study abroad. That is kind of a full roadmap. So, okay, now let's move on to the next thing. So let's talk about the bachelor, what I'm doing over here, and maybe there's so many people are really watching this video regarding like bachelor thing. So let me tell you for the
Even
bachelor.
me, I'm
No,
motivated to know what you need for bachelor.
yeah. Also, you also know better than me, but yeah, as I'm doing my bachelor, so
Outside country, yes. My bachelor actually was in my country.
it was in your country.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
My
but my
bachelor
bachelor
and
is
the master.
outside of
Yeah.
Poland. Okay, so guys, so first thing, what you need to do for your bachelor,
Hmm.
first of all, if you're planning to coming from any third national countries, like not in Europe, not in Canada, not in USA, these countries is a different. You don't, they don't bother about the visa, these sort of things. So we're talking about the for the third national countries, especially from the South Asia and also from the like Middle East or some other countries. Okay, so okay, first of all, I'm talking about the South Asian people, or like oh, okay, it's really normal, you know. So first of all, you need your secondary or the O level. O level is like a class 10th degree, and some countries doesn't have a class 10th degree. They have a like A level directly, like 12, like your higher education. So you need your 12th degree, the primary education that you concluded in your home country. Then afterward, what you need, some universities talking about their some university asks for your language certificate. If your medium of instruction is in English, then maybe it's not bothered. But it's so many. But this is the kind of a necessary thing. So please do the English certification test. There's like IELTS, TOEFL, some other GRE. I don't know. So please search in a Google. There's some best English certification test. So this is the main thing you need. And then you need some recommendation letter from your school. So go to your school, ask for the recommendation letter from your like teacher, your teacher. They're going to give you the recommendation letter. It's really easy. It's like they already have a template, just you need to say your name. They're just going to print it and sign it and seal it for you. And afterward, what the thing left, what is left? Okay, let me think. Yeah, that's it. I think for the university, that's it. For the university, they don't bother
So
about.
for your university also you need the recommendation letter for the
I
university
provided.
itself.
They didn't ask for.
Ah,
I provided. they only there's a one interesting thing in Portugal. While I was in UK, they didn't ask for my birth certificate. They just only asked for my first. Oh, by the way, your passport. You also need your passport because this is your identity. So yeah, so they asked me in Nova. They asked me for my passport. My passport, my certification, and they also asking me for my date of like my birth certificate. And I was really confused. Why they need my birth certificates? Because no other university asking for your birth certificate and also the residency what you have, where you live. So I was like quite not sure. Then I called to my mom and my dad. Could you please send my birth certificate to Portugal? They then
Mm.
print it. They send it to me
But
from my country.
but but for I'm sorry, maybe I will come back again to speaking about
Mm.
PhD.
Yeah, yeah,
But
it's alright. Yeah.
in my case, there are two things. Actually, I used the recommendation letter also. But when I'm speaking about documents, a document that is related to university. But before that, as you know, I'm here in in a scholarship. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In order to be accepted in a scholarship, I need to send my documents, some of my documents to a professor. These documents, it depends. But there are some documents that most of the time you will use. Like, what is the top level certificate that grade or degree that you already have, like master or bachelor? Because for me as a PhD student, I need to be have a master certificate. Then he asked me about my CV, and he asks you about your motivations. You are interested in what exactly. For that, he makes sure, when, for example, I'm interested in data science, as you know, and my PhD now is based on deep learning for 3D data, all of that. So the professor needed to make sure that you already work on data science. Because if you like data science, you will come to me, you will not have a problem because you're already working on the same thing that you like, not on something that you don't like. Because if you are motivated for something, you for sure you will work, even you will be a hard worker for that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I submitted my CV, my master certificate, cover letter. Cover letter actually speaks about myself, who is me, and what am I interested in, what my achievement, what I already did during my master. Did I publish any research papers before or not? In which journals or in which conferences? About what exactly? And also some recommendation letters. In my CV, there was I used to put some of my previous professors in my master and my undergraduate time. And sometimes some scholarships may ask about expert certificate, like if you or professional certificate, if you already work in university before or work in any place that you can see you have a professional statement from it, okay, you can send it. But most of the time you need CV, master certificate, what you already published, all of these. And I sent an application, an email to my professor saying that my name is Abdurrahman Salim. I'm a PhD student from Egypt, and I'm interested in data science, deep learning, machine learning, and I would like to work under your supervision in this type of scholarship, which is already related to data science. I already managed from doing these tasks. Actually, because the professor don't like wasting the time. You will send me an email. You need to send an email. You don't need to say too much. You need to say the most important parts, like who you are, what you already achieved, and what you want. Be
Mm-hmm.
be short as you can and clear.
Yeah, yeah,
After
that's
that,
the thing. That's
the
the thing.
professor will look to the application and he will decide. And after I made this, the professor said to me, okay, we need to make a meeting. Okay, and I know we will speak in details in the next video, maybe about, or the
Mm.
video after, about the interview. Once
Yeah,
I
yeah.
came here, once I came here after that, I brought my documents with me and I give it to my postgraduate office. Even also, I remember they told me you need to come in a specific time to be here, the university. But I told them I'm now not in Portugal, I'm in Egypt. Then I sent scan my documents. I scanned it and I sent it to university, and they
Mhm.
arranged everything before I came. So it's easy. It's not about you need to send it by kind of post or something. No, 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 no. Everything is easy. It's not
Yeah,
that
it's
much
all right.
difficult.
This is fine.
As
And
long as you have the document, everything is easy. This
yes,
is the problem actually.
yes, that's the thing. So what I was saying regarding these sort of things, I also missed one thing for the bachelor. So bachelor, you also need your SOP, statement of purpose. So if I just summarize this thing, he also talk about the Abdul Rahman also gave us some detail regarding the document, how we need to submit this sort of thing. So it's really interesting, and the way you need to learn. So yeah, we're going to talk about the uh, this thing about the submission documents in embassy, how, because embassy submission is completely different, so we're going to talk about in a maybe some other video. So what I was thinking to say over here, that's the main part about the bachelor. What you need, then I also talk about the masters as well. So the bachelor, your all certification, your recommendation, and your SOP, or you can say in Portugal they say honor of statement. It's same similar honor of statement, statement of purpose. This is the same thing. So you need this, and this should be more, you should focus like your 100% on your SOP, because this thing uh, bother a lot. If you just want to write something, blah, 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 it's not work. It's not work. It's not going to work. It has to be, it has to be like proper, and the thing you really want to like, your this letter going to impress the professor, your this letter going to impress the admission team. So you need to be permanently focused while you are just doing this thing. So your focus should be like who you were, the things to be covered, who you were, what have you already completed in your degree, and what achievement you have done, and what kind of value you're going to get from the university, what kind of value you're going to put to your country, like when you go back to your country, and like what is your like career goal, career plan, and what you really want to do in your like whole life. So these five type of question you need to be focused while you are writing your SOP. I think Abdul also agreed on me, or
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, yeah, I'm agree with you. Also, I would like to say that I guess it will be a good idea if we give some applications or some templates for preparing, like for CV, what you need to put
Yeah,
or
yeah.
what you don't need.
What I will do, I will put some templates in video
Yeah,
description. Check the video description. You will find some templates in our website. We can talk to some templates
even
to the
even
website.
for the email that you need to send to also. Yes, I guess I think I have a template and it's a good one that
Yeah. So
someone
please,
can modify. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because in
Just
the first time for me it really was a mess. I contacted with
yeah,
many
yeah.
professors.
Just send it to me. I will just put it in a description box. Please check it.
Okay.
I will upload it in a website, so you will get it done. So you already get a one good thing from the approved SOP. There's the main point. And also, what I was, and your certification, and your like, what I was supposed to say, your English certification. So this is the main thing you need to submit. And if there any document is missing, either way, so then the university or the admission department going to send you any kind of a email or something. They're going to say you this sort of this kind of documents is still missing, please send us back. So it's really easy to send it back to the admission.
Even for language certificate, now they mentioned if you
So,
already,
Abdul,
yeah,
some
sometimes,
of the university does their English test by themselves. Some of the universities say, if you don't have any certification, then we're going to arrange
yeah,
a like
like if you have
examination.
a proof that your undergraduate was in English,
Yeah.
okay, bring us
And
this
how, and
proof.
also what I was saying to you, and there's also system like they also ask for the that you can do your exam with us. Like this sort of thing. This is much easier.
Mhm.
They take internal test. They take
Yes,
in
and also if you have some kind of training with any companies, this will give you more support
more
to be
support.
accepted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lastly, talk about the another thing, the masters. Then, because our meeting going to end very soon, there's a 9 minute left, so we're going to talk about the masters so easily. So
Well,
in masters, you need like previous documents what you have before, like uh, uh, your higher secondary certification and your bachelor. Because if you're going to apply on a master's, you need your bachelor certification,
yes.
and if you apply for the scholarship, you need to get some approval from the professor or from the universities. And other document is the same, the English certification, or also maybe it couldn't be required. If the university said we don't need it, or you can show that your medium of instruction was in bachelor's in English, so then it's not bother. And the other thing is then, yeah, and also
Actually, as you mentioned, for
and SOP,
master,
SOP,
it's
yeah.
this it's the same like bachelor and for PhD.
It
For
seems
PhD,
like
you need
it
master
seems like
certificate.
yeah, it seems like bachelor required less document. Afterward, masters need a little bit more document than
Yeah,
bachelor, and PhD need all the documents previous
all
what you
the documents. Yes, you're right.
all the
Yes,
documents what you have
because it's
previous.
every step collects or some the steps before.
Yeah.
So the master documents it's same like PhD or same like bachelor. But in master, but the difference in master, you may have some research papers, you can add it to your CV or not. You may participate it
Mhm.
in
And
projects.
also, yeah,
All of this will
and
support
also
you.
you can add your some work experience because in people who applied in bachelor, they doesn't have that much work experience. However, those who are applying for the masters, they did some work after bachelor, they did some work, so they have some little bit of a like gap. So what they did in their after bachelor, like two people does the work after 2 years. Like after the complete the bachelor, they start work for 1 year, 2 years, then they make up their mind. Now I need my master's degree. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
so you can show. So yeah, for the study gap, like there's a huge, like little bit of a gap, like what you did in your previous time. So you can show your work experience certificate from your agency. What I said is not agency, like where you have worked in your company or
Yeah, and actually, this will support you too much because
yeah.
here professors cares much about if you already work with company, if you
Mhm.
participated in projects before, that means you have experience. That means
Yeah,
you can work in team. This is good. That means I
yeah.
can work with this student in flexible way, not in hard way. So they cares much about that. I was lucky in my master that I participated in a project
Hmm.
and also I published in high impacted journals. I guess this, no, I'm sure
Yeah,
this give
this thing,
me a strong position.
yeah, this thing gives you some extra boost in it.
Yeah, make you a stronger candidate, yes.
Yes, it's
But
stronger
it's
candidate.
not mandatory. It's not mandatory. But if
It's the
it's
point
available,
for the masters.
yeah,
So
it's okay.
getting admission is it's not required, but if you just provide your excess certification, then you are like one step farther than the rest of
It's a
the people
bonus.
who
Yes, yes, it's a
goes in
bonus.
running in the same path.
Will support you, of course.
Yeah, it will give you some extra enhancement, extra boost. It's these sort of things. Yeah. So yeah, what left? What else?
Actually, the now I guess the time is to speak about what you need to do for your in your documents exactly. How is what you need to put in your CV, what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need, how you can prepare your cover letter.
Yeah, the
Uh,
CV and cover letter, it should be like, yeah, also you need your CV. Also you need your CV. So maybe we couldn't organize everything. So those who are like
yeah, yeah,
listening to us, please, your CV, your certification, your the academic certification, your recommendation letters, and your English qualification if the university asked, and uh, yeah, this sort of things is really required to the university. So also do your CV properly. No need to make it so longer. Make it like as optimized as you can, because professor doesn't have that much time, or the admission department doesn't have that much
and you
time.
need to care much about what you will write there. For example,
Yeah.
I remember first time I prepare my CV, and I'm sure you will laugh. I put there that I'm single. One of my professors in Egypt, he told me, "You are single. Okay, I'm a professor in Europe, for example. I don't care if you are single or not. What I will think of this." So that's why it was everything as I told you was a mess before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So
we
yeah,
need to
so we're going
focus.
to put what you can do. So Abdul going to send me some template, and
Yes, yes, for
I'll
sure. Yes.
search some template from my side as well. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put this templates into the website. What we have, eulifeinfo.com, and go to the website, and I'll put the link, and you will find everything so organized way, what type of documents you really want for your submission, and there's a blog, you will get everything in together.
For me, when I prepared my documents well, I used to just, I have a template and I just need to change one line or two lines and submit the application. Then for another scholarship, change one line or two lines, and send again. So it was easy. Maybe I can submit 3 times per day for
Yeah,
different
yeah,
scholarships.
yeah, yeah.
So
So what
it's
we can
about
do?
organizing. Even Mona mentioned that last meeting.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need to organize everything
It's all
well.
about organizing, and also like for one university, for different university, you need to send different kind of a statement of a purpose. Not about only PhD, also for the university bachelor degree, and also for the master's degree. You always need to change your SOP, because
Yeah,
it's fact. It's a fact. It's a fact, and it's really bothering. And it's whenever you change something, it makes attention. It's
but
creative.
these are the documents that you need every time. Sometimes you find a scholarship or a university that asks for a specific type of document.
Yeah.
This is, you'll feel
Because
strange if you
as
find.
as I said to you, like Nova University asking for my date of birth certificates. I was quite shocked. Why? I asked them, is it really mandatory? They said, yes. You don't have the birth certificate in your country? I said, yes, I do have, but I don't. We never bother about this thing because you can see my date of birth in my passport. They said, no, we need the valid document from your country. Then I asked to my father, please, could you please send my this document from my country? And I
I
need to
re-
wait for it from the Bangladesh. He sent it, and I will just receive it. Then I submitted to the university, and it was.
Strange.
But it's not a normal thing. So university usually not asked about this. But yeah, however, they can ask anything to you. Just send it to the university if they agree. If there is some documents is still required, they're going to send you back email. Like return email. They're going to ask you that these documents is still left. Could you please send it us again? So you just need to send it. You just need to send the scan file. And for the embassy, it's a completely different game. For the visa
Yeah.
processing, we're going to talk about maybe any other video. So our next video will be regarding the interview questions. What could be the interview question they ask in a university? And yeah, in the university, like university takes an interview for your before after selecting your documents, they ask for an interview. So what the ask in interview, what type of question is over there? So we're going to talk about this thing in our next video. So today's video is all about this thing, and I think there's nothing left, isn't it? So we need to conclude out this video. What do you think, Abdur?
Yeah. Actually, I would like to say that my friends make it easy. For me, I will speak about myself. I submitted my application to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I submitted to Germany, Australia, Ireland, United Kingdom, United States,
Mm-hmm.
Canada, Australia,
Mm-hmm.
Spain, Portugal. Most of them, always they ask about your CV. If for my case as a PhD student, my CV, my cover letter, my master certificate, sometimes about degrees about your
Yeah.
undergraduate or your master, what subjects you already studied and what grades you already have about them. This is always for them. It is a rare time when they ask something
Yeah.
different like. And for
So this
recommendation letter, it's for sure you need
Yeah, we
recommendation
got
letter.
you.
At least
So
you
this
need
is
two
our
or three.
yeah. So we are very less minutes. There's a 30 seconds left, so we are really in this video. So yeah, in next video we're going to talk about the interview questions what they
Interview.
ask. And I'm really sorry to interrupt Abdur. So
No,
we're
no,
going to
no.
talk about so many things in our next video. So thank you so much. Stay with us, and see you in the next video regarding the interview question what they ask in interview. Especially in university professors, and also we'll talk about the embassy as well in the next other videos. So thank you so much for staying with. Bye bye. See you in the next video.
Bye bye. Bye.